One bite of Wagyu beef, as its velvety fat melts and its rich umami bursts across your palate, you're not just enjoying a meal, you're experiencing a story. But have you ever wondered about the epic journey behind each slice of this extraordinary meat? The history of Wagyu spans 2,500 years, intertwining with Japan's culture, spiritual beliefs, and the transformative waves of modernization. It's more than a culinary delight. Wagyu has evolved from a beast of burden in ancient agriculture to a revered spiritual symbol in the medieval era, and finally to a global icon of Japanese cuisine in modern times. Today, with the aid of science and cutting-edge technology, the future of Wagyu is being crafted in unprecedented ways. In this film, we'll unravel how Wagyu has grown alongside Japan's history, evolved into a world-renowned brand, and is now being revolutionized by innovation. Join us as we journey through time, exploring the legacy and future of Wagyu. Let's step into this extraordinary world together. Our story begins over 2,500 years ago in Japan's Yayoi period, when cattle first arrived on these shores. Transported from the Asian mainland, these animals were a vital part of an agricultural revolution that transformed the Japanese way of life. They weren't the Wagyu of today. These cattle were robust work animals, indispensable for plowing rice fields and transporting goods. Imagine the scene: farmers knee-deep in water, guiding their cattle through terraced rice paddies, the air filled with the earthy aroma of wet soil. These animals, with their strength and endurance, were more than tools. They were companions in survival. Over time, they became woven into the fabric of Japanese life. The arrival of Buddhism in the 6th century added a spiritual dimension to this relationship. The Buddhist principle of nonviolence, or ahimsa, deeply influenced Japan's view of animals. Laws prohibiting the consumption of meat soon followed, and cattle were elevated from mere laborers to symbols of divine patience and prosperity. Cattle were featured prominently in religious rituals, such as harvest blessings, and were often depicted as messengers of the gods in Shinto mythology. Yet, despite these restrictions, there were cultural exceptions. During the Heian period, which lasted from 794 to 1185, cattle began to feature in medicine. Kusurigui, the medicinal consumption of beef, emerged as a practice for those suffering from illness or injury. Believed to restore vitality and balance, beef was consumed in strict secrecy, a reflection of its sacred status. This era also saw the rise of festivals celebrating cattle. In some rural areas, cattle were adorned with garlands and paraded through villages to honor their contributions to farming. These early practices hint at the profound respect the Japanese held for these animals, respect that continues to shape Wagyu culture today. As we enter Japan's medieval period, cattle take on even greater cultural significance. During the Heian era, cattle were deeply revered by both Shinto and Buddhist traditions. They were seen as mediators between humans and the divine, and it was believed that their presence brought good fortune. In fact, cattle were often given sacred roles in temple ceremonies, where they symbolized purity and abundance. During the Sengoku period, Japan's era of feudal conflict, cattle were vital to the logistics of war. Samurai relied on cattle to transport rice, weaponry, and other provisions through Japan's rugged mountain terrain. Their strength and endurance made them indispensable allies in the chaos of battle. Historical records even describe warlords competing for the best cattle to ensure their armies were well provisioned, a testament to the value of these animals. But what of beef? Even in this tumultuous period, eating cattle remained rare. The influence of Buddhist principles and societal taboos kept meat consumption in the shadows. Yet whispers of change were beginning to emerge. Some samurai, needing to maintain peak physical condition for battle, began experimenting with consuming beef as a form of strength building. By the Edo period, which lasted from 1603 to 1868, cattle's role had begun to evolve alongside Japan's urbanization. In the bustling metropolises of Edo, Kyoto, and Osaka, merchants and scholars were exposed to new ideas and tastes. In Nagasaki, the Dutch East India Company's presence on Dejima Island introduced beef dishes to Japan. For the Japanese, beef's rich, savory flavor was an entirely new experience. Merchants secretly adopted this practice, creating the precursor to Japan's modern beef culture. By the late Edo period, clandestine beef consumption had blossomed into gyunabe, a beef hot pot dish flavored with soy sauce and mirin. Although still limited to wealthy urbanites, gyunabe became a symbol of sophistication and curiosity. This shift marked the beginning of beef's integration into Japanese cuisine, setting the stage for its full acceptance in the Meiji era. The Meiji Restoration of 1868 marked a turning point for Japanese society, and for Wagyu, it was nothing short of revolutionary. As Japan opened its doors to the West, the government actively sought to modernize, drawing inspiration from Western industry, culture, and diet. Among these changes was a radical rethinking of food. Beef, once taboo due to centuries of Buddhist influence, was now seen as the key to progress. The invention of gyunabe, a beef hot pot dish simmered in soy sauce, mirin, and sugar, embodied this cultural shift. But why did the Japanese create gyunabe? The answer lies in adaptation and balance. Western-style steaks and roasts were difficult for most Japanese people to prepare and eat, as these methods required unfamiliar equipment and cooking techniques. Moreover, the strong, fatty flavors of plain beef could be overwhelming for palates unaccustomed to them. Gyunabe bridged this gap by combining thinly sliced beef with traditional Japanese seasonings, creating a dish that was rich yet familiar, luxurious yet accessible. The dish quickly gained popularity in urban centers like Tokyo and Osaka, where gyunabe-ya, restaurants specializing in the dish, became gathering spots for modern-minded diners. These establishments symbolized not just culinary innovation, but also social transformation, as eating beef became a marker of sophistication and progress. Gyunabe, the roots of sukiyaki and gyudon. But gyunabe was more than a fleeting trend. It became the foundation of two beloved Japanese dishes, sukiyaki and gyudon. As the popularity of gyunabe grew, regional variations emerged. In Kansai, where soy-based flavors dominated, people began preparing a simpler version of the dish, emphasizing the interplay between sweet and savory. This evolution gave birth to sukiyaki, which retains the communal, hot pot-style presentation and remains a staple of celebratory meals in Japan to this day. In Kanto, however, where urban life was fast-paced and time was precious, the dish evolved differently. Thin slices of beef were simmered with onions in a savory sweet sauce and served over rice. This practical, hearty meal became gyudon, or beef bowl, now an iconic fast food in Japan. Both sukiyaki and gyudon reflect how gyunabe adapted to different lifestyles and preferences, cementing its legacy as a cornerstone of modern Japanese cuisine. Wagyu's role in modernization. Meanwhile, Wagyu itself underwent a transformation. The government, eager to improve agricultural productivity, introduced foreign breeds like Shorthorns and Brown Swiss, hoping to create larger, hardier cattle. However, these crossbreeding efforts often compromised the prized marbling and unique flavor of Japanese cattle. Realizing the value of preserving the native Wagyu lineage, farmers reverted to focusing on the pureblood strains that define Wagyu today. Regional branding began to take shape during this time. Kobe, Matsusaka, and Omi cattle emerged as distinct breeds, each shaped by their local environments and innovative farming practices. In Kobe, mild climates and nutrient-rich pastures contributed to its signature marbling. In Matsusaka, farmers pioneered unique techniques, such as massaging cattle with sake and feeding them special diets to enhance tenderness and flavor. These practices added an artisanal quality to Wagyu, elevating it to the status of a luxury good. Wagyu, the epitome of culinary luxury, is far more than an indulgent delicacy. It represents the convergence of heritage, innovation, and artistry. At its heart are iconic regional brands like Kobe Beef, Matsusaka Beef, and Omi Beef, each with its own story rooted in Japan's cultural and agricultural traditions. The tale of Kobe Beef's ascent to global stardom begins in Hyogo Prefecture, where Tajima cattle have thrived for centuries. These animals, shaped by the rugged mountains and fertile plains, developed traits of resilience and adaptability that laid the genetic foundation for their renowned marbling. During the Meiji era, Kobe emerged as a key international trading hub, its port bustling with ships carrying goods and cultures from around the world. This influx of foreign merchants and sailors created a unique demand for high-quality local beef. Hyogo's tender, marbled Tajima cattle met this demand, and soon the name Kobe Beef resonated beyond Japan's shores. Sailors and diplomats who sampled Kobe beef brought tales of its unparalleled flavor to cities like London, Paris, and New York. Its buttery texture and delicate marbling captured the imagination of global Epicureans, elevating it to a symbol of Japanese craftsmanship. Over time, Kobe beef became synonymous with luxury dining, featured prominently on the menus of the world's finest restaurants. While Kobe beef captivated the global market, Matsusaka and Omi beef earned devoted followings within Japan. Matsusaka beef, nurtured in the Mie Prefecture, is celebrated for its exceptional tenderness and sweet, delicate flavor, a result of raising unbred female cattle in serene environments. Meanwhile, Omi beef from Shiga Prefecture thrives amidst a backdrop of natural abundance, with its meat boasting a perfect harmony of marbling and umami, reflecting centuries of regional expertise. What sets these Wagyu brands apart isn't just their exceptional taste, but the dedication and care invested in every animal. Imagine cattle grazing serenely while classical music plays softly, their stress melting away with each note. Farmers meticulously massage them to ensure even fat distribution, enhancing their signature marbling. During cold winters, heated floors in barns provide comfort, ensuring consistent quality throughout the year. Some farmers even introduce sake or beer into the cattle's diet, believing it enhances their appetite and the texture of their meat. These innovative yet tradition-bound practices exemplify Japan's dedication to perfection. The international acclaim of Wagyu brands like Kobe Beef is a testament to this commitment. From Tokyo to Paris, New York to Hong Kong, Wagyu has become a global ambassador of Japanese culture, embodying precision, artistry, and hospitality. Yet the journey doesn't end there. Matsusaka and Omi Beef continue to thrive domestically, treasured as symbols of quality and heritage, gracing the tables of Japan's finest restaurants and private celebrations. The Wagyu Olympics, held every 5 years, showcases this legacy. Producers from across Japan compete fiercely, demonstrating their mastery in categories like marbling, flavor, and presentation. Winning a title isn't just a personal triumph, it elevates the entire region, inspiring farmers to innovate further while upholding tradition. Wagyu brands stand as living testaments to the harmonious blend of nature, culture, and human ingenuity. Each bite tells a story of devotion, craftsmanship, and the relentless pursuit of excellence, a story that has captivated the world. The evolution of Wagyu doesn't end with tradition. It continues to thrive in the realm of innovation. Today, science and technology are revolutionizing the way Wagyu is produced, ensuring its legacy while adapting to the demands of a changing world. Modern Wagyu farming begins with precision. Imagine a farm where every cow is fitted with a smart collar that tracks its vital signs, temperature, heart rate, and activity levels, all in real time. This data is transmitted to the cloud, analyzed by AI, and used to create personalized care plans for each animal. This ensures optimal health and reduces stress, which directly enhances meat quality. Drones are becoming essential tools on expansive farms, helping to monitor cattle movements and grazing patterns from the sky. On the ground, AI algorithms analyze genetic data to identify ideal breeding pairs, preserving Wagyu's signature marbling and texture for future generations. Safety and transparency are paramount in today's world. Blockchain technology is being used to document every step of Wagyu production, from the cow's birth to its delivery to your plate. This creates an unbroken chain of trust, giving consumers confidence in the authenticity and quality of their purchase. As global challenges like climate change and resource scarcity loom, Wagyu producers are exploring sustainable solutions. Researchers are developing alternative feeds with lower environmental impact, and even experimenting with lab-grown meat to replicate the unparalleled qualities of Wagyu. These efforts aim to balance tradition with innovation, ensuring that Wagyu can thrive in an increasingly eco-conscious world. The Wagyu Olympics also serves as a stage for showcasing these advancements. Cutting-edge breeding methods, sustainability initiatives, and quality innovations are all presented, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But amidst this wave of technology, the soul of Wagyu remains unchanged. It's still about the farmers who pour their hearts into their work, the connection between the land and the cattle, and the centuries of tradition that guide every decision. Technology may be the tool, but the artistry of Wagyu lies in its humanity. Our journey through the world of Wagyu reveals that it is far more than just a culinary masterpiece. It's a living history, a cultural emblem, and a testament to the dedication of generations. From its ancient origins as a work companion to its transformation into a global icon, Wagyu has continually redefined excellence. Each bite carries with it the essence of Japan, the harmony of tradition and innovation, the pride of its producers, and the beauty of its landscapes. As science and sustainability drive Wagyu's evolution, one thing remains clear: its unparalleled ability to bring people together, transcending borders and generations. So, the next time you savor Wagyu, let it remind you of its rich story, a story of resilience, artistry, and the extraordinary possibilities that arise when humanity and nature work as one. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you've enjoyed exploring the story of Wagyu with us, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into culture, history, and innovation. Until we meet again, may every taste of Wagyu inspire wonder and delight.